Hello, good day viewers. Welcome to another mathematics presentation. So right here with me, I've got mathematics paper 1 for 2023 internal. We are going to look at question 22 right here. So under question 22, we have two questions, question A and question B. So we are going to start with question A. Question A reads, solve the equation x squared equal to 4, in brackets we have x minus 3 squared. Okay, so let's see how best we can answer this question. All right, so in order for us to answer this question, we have written the question x squared is equal to 4. In brackets, we have x minus 3 squared. So what we are going to do is, when you look at the question, we have the brackets which are even squared, and we have the x squared. So we need to get rid of the squares right here. So how do we get rid of the squares? We are going to introduce a square root on both sides of the equation. So this means that on this side you are going to introduce a square root. So we write the square root of x squared is equal to this side as well. We introduce the square root, so we write 4. In brackets we have x minus 3 squared. Okay, so from this stage now, what you need to know is this x squared and the square root will disappear because it will cancel with the 2 right here. So this and this will cancel. We will only remain with x is equal to. So from here, if you introduce a square root, we know that you must have a positive value and a negative value, so plus or minus. What is the square root of 4? Square root of 4 is a 2. So this square root is affecting both the 4 and this. Okay, x minus 3 in brackets squared. So the square root of 4 is a 2. Then the square root of x minus 3 squared. It means this 2 and the square root will cancel. So we remain with x minus 3 in brackets. So I hope you have understood what I've done here. Now from this stage, we need to expand the 2 times x, again 2 times negative 3. So we are going to write x is equal to plus or minus 2 times x, this is 2x, 2 times negative 3, this will give us negative 6. So here, since we have two different signs, we have a positive and a negative sign, so we are going to separate where we say x equal to, so this is, I will get the positive value of 2x minus 6, so I'll get positive 2x minus 6, or x equal to, so from here I'll get the negative value of negative 2x minus 6, like this. So I hope it's clear what I've explained here. Now from this stage, we solve this the way it is. So I'll write x equal to 2x minus 6. Then I'll correct the like terms. So this x and 2x, these are like terms. So when we correct the like terms, we're going to have something like this. We say x minus 2x is equal to negative 6. So we want to find the value of x. So x minus 2x, this will give us negative x, which is equal to negative 6. So we need to introduce a negative 1. We divide with a negative 1 so that this negative 1 into x. So negative or negative out. Remain with x equal to this negative and this negative out. 1 into 6 is a 6. Like this. That is the first value of x. Now here we add or x equal to negative 2x minus 6. So we solve for this one as well, where we say x equal to negative 2x minus 6. So we correct the like terms where we have x plus 2x is equal to 6. So this is a negative 2x. If it goes where we have this x, it becomes a positive 2x. Then is equal to a negative 6, like this. Okay, so from here I'm going to write x plus 2x. This will give us 3x, which is equal to negative 6. So we need to find the value of x, whereby we divide both sides of the equation by 3. So this and this will cancel. remain with x equal to 3a1, 3 into negative 6. This will give us a negative what? A negative 2. So these are the values of x. Alright, so you can even see here on the answer space, they have said x is equal to, so the first value you have said x is equal to 6 or x is equal to negative 2. Okay, so let us now move on to question B. Alright, so this is our question B right here. The question reads, the diagram shows the sketch of the graph of y is equal to negative 4x minus x squared, cutting the x-axis at A and B. So this is the graph that we have. Okay, so this graph is cutting the x-axis at A and B. So the question reads, find the coordinates of A. So they want us to find the coordinates of A. Okay, so in order for you to find the coordinates of A, you're going to use the equation of this curve. Okay, and the equation of this curve, it's y is equal to negative 4x minus x squared. So first thing, we know that this is the x-axis and it is also the line y is equal to what? 0. So upon identifying that, what you're going to do is you write this equation. Okay, so we're answering for 1. We write this equation, which is y is equal to negative 4x minus x squared. So here, we want to find the coordinates of A, and we have said y is equal to 0. So on this same equation, where there is this y, we are going to substitute with a 0. So we are going to say negative 4x minus x squared is equal to 0. So I've just substituted where there is y. Okay, then from here we need to factorize this equation. You can see x and x squared, we have similar variables, similar letters. So we're going to factorize x. So when we factorize x, you're going to have x, open bracket, x into 4x, meaning this and this is 1. You remain with negative 4, like this, minus x into x squared. You cancel 1x and 1x here, you remain with x power 1. So you just remain with the x is equal to 0. So from this stage now, you can say x equal to 0, this x equal to 0, or you say this negative 4 minus x equal to 0. So we need to solve this one because this one I said x is equal to 0, you know the value. So if you have negative 4 minus x equal to 0, and when you correct the right terms, you say negative x is equal to 0 plus 4. So this is negative, here it becomes positive 4. So when we add these two, we are going to get negative x is equal to 4. So you need to divide both sides by negative 1 so that this negative and this negative will cancel. Okay, then we remain with 1 into x, it's x equal to negative 1 into 4. This will be a negative what? 4. Now, upon finding the values of x, okay, we can now try to come up with the coordinates of A. So what you need to know is the values of x that you have found. We have said x is equal to 0 or x is equal to what? Negative 4. Now, before you come up with the coordinates, you know that the coordinates of A, okay, this point A right here, it's going to be in this form where we say x, comma, y. Now, you say A, the x coordinate here you don't have. The y, this is the line y is equal to x. This is the x-axis, which is y is equal to 0. So here, where we have y, it will be a 0 like this. Now here we need to put the coordinates for x, which is a negative because A is lying on the negative side. Okay, so we have said x is equal to 0 or x is equal to negative 4. So because A is lying on the negative side, the coordinate here will be a negative 4. So the coordinates for A will be negative 4, 0. If you are told to find the coordinates of B, these coordinates of B, they will just be 0, 0, because x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0. Then this 0 is for this y. Okay, so we have answered our question A1. Let us now answer our question 2. Find the coordinates of the turning point of the graph. So they want us to find the coordinates of the turning point. So turning point when this curve is going like this, it's making a turn right here. Okay, so these are the coordinates of the turning point. So this is the turning point. So meaning we are going to need the y coordinate and the x coordinate right here. Y coordinate and the x coordinate. So these coordinates are what we call the turning point. Okay, so these coordinates will be also in the form x comma y. So how do we find the coordinates of the turning point? To find the coordinates of the turning point, we can use a formula. Okay, we can use a formula. If we have this equation, y is equal to negative 4x minus x squared. So we know that according to the quadratic formula, the general formula, this x squared is presented by a, meaning the coefficient of x squared presented by letter a, then x, this x with the power of 1 b, its coefficient will be presented by b. So the formula that we are going to use, this is the simple formula where we first to find the x coordinate, which is equal to negative b over 2a. So from here, we need to find the coefficient of this a right here, this a. So the coefficient of a will be a negative 1. The coefficient of x squared will be a negative 1 because negative x. Then this b right here, the coefficient of x, so b is equal to negative 4. So we just need to substitute this. So we are going to say x equal to, where there is negative b, I'll say negative, part of the formula. The b is a negative 4. So negative 4 over 2, open bracket, a is a negative 1 like this. So from here, negative, positive 4. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So definitely this is a 2a1, 2 into 4, it's a 2. So we're going to have a negative what? 2 as the coordinates of x. So we have found the coordinates of x. Now we need to find the coordinate of what? Of y. So to find the coordinate of y, it's also simple. We just use this because we have found the coordinates of x, which is a negative 2. So when we use this general equation, everywhere where there is x, we are going to substitute with a negative 2. So you say y is equal to negative 4, open bracket. Here where there is x, I'll put a negative 2, cross, minus, then I'll put this, it's x squared. Okay, so where there is x is negative 2, and we cross, then you say squared. So negative 2 squared means it means negative 2 times negative 2, which will give us a positive 4. So we are just going to say y is equal to negative, positive 4 times 2, it's 8, minus negative 2 squared, we have said this is a positive 4. So this normally tells us that the value of y is equal to what? 8 minus 4 should give us a 4. So the value of y is equal to 4. So this definitely now tells us that the coordinates of the turning point right here, the coordinates of the turning point, because we have found that x is equal to negative 2 and y is equal to 4. And indeed we can prove, we can see this is where the negatives are. So if a negative 2 was right here, then we have a negative 4 here. So negative 2 here, comma, positive 4. So the coordinates of the turning point right here, we had the negative 2, comma, 4. This was the coordinate of the turning point right here. So we write in our final answer just here. We start with B1. B1, what we are finding the coordinates of A. Say the coordinates of A, we have negative 4, comma 0. Then the last one, the turning point. So coordinates of the turning point, negative 2, comma 4. Okay, so these are the answers. So thank you so much, everybody. We've come to the end of our lesson. This is your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye-bye.